Alrighty. Okay. Uh, I'll wait for people to come in. Uh, but for people that listen to this on the replay, there's a new policy in town on this channel. Uh, Given the fact that there's a lot of chicanery and let's just say mean commentary, it's now going to be a members only chat because we got the monetization and everything is in line. So if you would like to participate in chat, I encourage you to hit the join button. For I think it's $4.99 a month, and you can chat with us live when we do live streams. And this is a way to sort of protect our sanity. Uh, I'm pretty sure, like I'm sure other people have done it, but this is sort of like an ode to what Chantal did because of the massive amount of harassment she gets too. So I think it's a pretty smart way of getting people that are serious to talk to you in a semi-civilized manner. If you pay $5, it's kind of saying, okay, I'm paying to talk to this person, so maybe I'll actually talk to them like a human being instead of some weird internet sideshow that we're usually treated like. So if you would like to, hit the join and become a shannyite, whatever we're going to call it, a loser. Become a loser today. Join the Losers Club, the official YouTube Losers Club. So, okay, let's talk about what I'm here to talk about. And I'm going to start this with a story, a personal testimony of what I've seen. So, I heard about Truth Social, I'd say probably about 7 months ago. Where we were living somewhere else. We were in the other house. And I was like, Truth Social, all right. I still had my phone then. So I went into the App Store on my Apple iPhone. And I looked for Truth Social and I could not find it. So I think it's probably banned on Apple. You guys can do that. Like if you have an iPhone and the iTunes, the App Store, see if there's a Truth Social app. I'm not sure if there is. There might be now. But apparently that platform is collapsing as we speak because, well, I think I know why. When I first got there, and it's I'm gonna say that I like the platform the way they did it because it's not that you follow people, you just create an account, you get verified with your account, and then you can just post and everybody sees it. So your posts are in the same line with everyone else. Like Donald Trump, like all of the top people that are in the MAGA movement are pretty much on Truth Social. So I like the way that the platform was set up because everybody sees your stuff. Like I made a couple posts, and this is hilarious. I made one post about something Jesus related, and it got something like 570 views in a minute. So you can be very visible on that platform if you want to be. My second post, because I had been going through all of the different posts, that it was literally, I'd say within the first 5 minutes of browsing through the Truth Social posts, I was finding anti-Semitic, very clearly racist anti-Semitic, very anti-Jewish propaganda. And that's what I call it because that's what it is. This one world order thing where they focus only on the Jewish people and it's a Jewish conspiracy. And I've dealt with this on Revelation News, with the you want to call it a brand, whatever, the broadcasting moniker that I went by. I dealt with this on the radio show that I had because we'd have callers that would call in that were very, I'd say not the N-word, Nazi, okay? They had that type of ideology, and me and my co-host would always try and talk them out of that stuff because it's a deception. It's total BS. If you want to talk about what's really running if you want to talk about the hidden hand, the hand with the black glove on it, that's moving the chess pieces through history, you can pretty much lay that at the doorstep, mostly of white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. and that's myself. Okay, that's my genetics. We're to blame for most of the war and death that has happened on the planet. That's just true. Okay, you can't look at history and understand how much bloodshed has come at the hands of the white man. And that includes, of course, the natives. What we did to the natives in this country is absolutely anathema. It's not something any Christian should ever think of doing. You're raping people's property and just taking it from them, okay? So this whole Jewish conspiracy thing is extremely pervasive, I'd say, in the MAGA movement. And the reason I'm making this video is because the last time that I went to the DMV to get my new driver's license, I changed my party from Libertarian to Republican because I felt that this woke culture stuff was so weird to me. And they're trying to literally change biology and stuff. I'm looking at that and going, that's so crazy to me that they have pushed me to choose a side between the two in the system. Because folks, if you don't know it, and I'm sure you do at this point, we live in a country that has two parties. You can register as an independent, you can register as a libertarian, you can register as Green Party, you will have no say in anything. You can't participate in most primaries because most primaries are closed. You're not going to be able to vote on a Republican candidate for president that you might like, that you might vote for, even though you're independent or Green Party or whatever. Okay? It's a two-party system in this country, and until that changes, if you're going to choose another party, just understand that you're pissing in the wind. You're going to have no say in anything. Yeah, you can vote in the general election. You can. You can. But if you want candidates that are like-minded with you, that have a chance of being elected in the general election, you're going to have to pick from the two parties. That's just the way it is right now. So I chose to be a Republican. And now, we're going to flash forward now to 2023 right now, that I see in the news so many things of Republicans, just card-carrying Republicans, that are espousing extremely anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish propaganda to the wider Republican, you want to call it audience, the constituency of Republicans. I have always been against this ideology of anti-Jewish, all this stuff. I've been very vocal on that. I was when I had Revelation News, and I still want to be that way now. I support Israel. The government of Israel is completely separate from the people, just like every government. All governments pretty much engage in some form of corruption. Some are worse than others. But when you see a cancer like this is like 1939 Germany. We're going to say that. This is 1939 Germany, but it's in America. And it's carrying a cross. There was a man, I can't remember exactly who it was, but I heard this quote from somebody I used to know in the Hangouts, a transsexual named Nadia. She had a quote from one of these guys that was like a Dominionist Christian type, or it may have been from an atheist, actually, this quote. But when fascism, the quote is something like this, it's not exactly. When fascism comes to America, it'll be carrying a flag and a cross. And I'm seeing that. And this is connected also inextricably now, because there's you're hearing more and more about these people that use buzz terms like Zionist conspiracy. That's the main term, is Zionist. But I don't want to go into the nomenclature of Nazis because that's not good for anybody, okay? What I'm doing is I'm standing in the party as a Republican right now, and I'm looking at this small cancer, okay? I'm not going to go crazy and say it's all Republicans, because it's not. Most Republicans, I think, that are mainstream Republicans, let's name some people like Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, McCarthy. It's hilarious there's another McCarthy, too. Because Joe McCarthy, that's very funny, isn't it?
Kevin McCarthy has been doing anti-Semitic things lately.
I'm sure he has. because it's a dropper. They're putting it in the mouth. They're testing it on the tongue of Republicans. Can you take this Nazi stuff? A little bit of it. We're going to give you a little bit of it in the mainstream.
But it's also what they're doing to the black population right now too.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, that goes along.
Those two congressmen that got kicked out in Tennessee.
Yeah, absolutely. That's open. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, that shows what they're doing too.
Yes, thank you. In the Tennessee House recently, if you guys have been paying attention to the news, because it was pretty much everywhere, which it should be, these two African American congressmen, state congressmen, were literally thrown out of their seats that were elected. They were thrown out of their office, not to return. They were expelled for simply standing up inside the Congress, the floor. Now, I know it's out of order. People are going to say, well, they were out of order. It was appropriate to get them out. Okay, but they didn't just get them out for this. They expelled them completely from their elected seat. That's insane. Since the one guy has been reinstated, thank God, and the other guy is going to be reinstated probably soon, which is great. That needs to happen. But these guys were thrown out for just standing up with the students that were protesting no gun laws, because they have no gun laws. I mean, the Republican houses in the states have taken states' rights to a very scary level. Do you realize now in Florida, you can conceal carry with no permit, nothing. You can just carry. That's nuts. Oh, it looks like we are going to have a beezer. Politics makes my head hurt. Oh, okay. Hey, Matt, what's up? Maybe mods can speak. Is that right? Cool. I'm glad you can talk, Matt, for being a mod. That's cool. Yeah, I know, Matt. This hurts me, Matt, because I believe in the experiment of America, which it is. This country is an experiment in freedom. How much freedom can we give without having the chaos of disorder? We want order, of course. It's society, okay? It hurts me as a Republican to see what this party is starting to embrace. And I'm going to say it again. I feel like I'm in 1939 Germany, but we're in 2023 America. And I see this ideology starting to spread into the mainstream. It's extremely disturbing to me, because I've seen this little cancer. When I was doing Revelation News, it was just a little tumor of very, very marginalized people that everyone shunned. Like, for example, Jim Mars. Look up his name. Jim Mars. He put out, when Barack Obama was elected, he put out one of the most disgusting, he called it an expose of Barack Obama, but it was called Rothschild's Choice. You might be able to find it like on maybe BitChute or something, but if you can find that, it's the most disgusting propaganda against people of color that you could ever imagine. And when I saw this documentary, I immediately started calling him out. And me and my co-host did talk to him in email, but he said he refused to come on our show to discuss this because he would not debate white supremacists and Ashkenazis. He would not come on our show because of that. So that man is clearly a Nazi. And he's Alex Jones' pastor. And I have to mention him a little bit because he's starting to take the little drops of anti-Semitism and presenting it to his audience. When he was one of the first to hear, if he heard that he had a Nazi caller on the line, he would put him on immediately and try and debate him out of believing it. Now, he's going, you know what, there might be something to this. It's little drops of it. They're the problem. They are the problem. I want every Republican to be aware that this is happening and the cancer is growing. So if you are a Republican, you have an obligation to call this out immediately and start making people understand that history repeats itself only in the times that we ignore the history. When we saw people like this in government last time in 1939 Germany, we ended up with ovens cooking people that are of that ethnicity and religion. Can we please wake up as a country and love as Jesus taught us to love? Because if we're talking about the religion that is of this country, it's the Judeo-Christian values of it's Christianity and Judaism. It's that. It's compassion and love. Can we do that in the party?
I don't know. Look at in Florida, them banning Anne Frank's diary.
Oh my God! Exactly. You just showed me that.
Yeah.
This stuff is really just popping off now, and it's flowering. It's like a budding, putrid, sick, evil flower that's blooming in this country. We need to stomp on that piece of shit and kill it now. This country does not embrace Nazis. We don't. We fought it. We went to a world war and lost. I don't know the statistics on how many American soldiers died in World War II, but I know it's plenty. Navy men, infantrymen, all of it. Okay? We need to see that we got a really bad thing growing in our party. And today, make a video about it today if you're a Republican and you have a platform. This will not stand. I won't stand for it. I will not be silent. I'm not going to watch the people of my Lord be marched into death. I'm not doing it. So that's what I got to say. You want to say something else? You're cool. We love you guys so much. If you want to chat with us, hit the join button. If you like what I'm saying and you want to love people, okay? This is what it's about. It's about loving people like Jesus loved, which is unconditional. Agape. Unconditional love. Are we going to do that? I hope we can. Okay? Hit the join button. Let's chat it up. We love you. God bless you all. Yes, if you'd like to donate, my PayPal is at RevDude. I'll put it in the chat for you. I don't know if there's a chat replay, but I'll do this quick. That's my PayPal. So if you can help us out, God bless you. It's a crazy world, guys. Okay? Love you.